A right hip hike or a lateral pelvic tilt is one of the most common compensations I see with the clients that I work with. So in this video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite exercises in order to address this and talk a little bit about why this right lateral pelvic tilt actually happens so that we can understand what this exercise is actually doing. Hi, I'm Alex Effer, founder of Resilient Training Rehab, and I've helped thousands of coaches and clinicians get faster and more consistent results with their clients. Let's get into it. The right lateral pelvic tilt happens because of a few different reasons. First, it has to do with the rotation happening within the body. Oftentimes what happens is we have a pelvis that's turned towards the right, and then we have a rib cage that counter rotates back towards the left just to face straight ahead. Now, depending on the amount of tension or compensation or injury, as well as pain that people experience, this rotation could be even more exaggerated. And again, this is not something that needs to be addressed necessarily until it does. A lot of times people come work with me, they need to have stuff addressed because they're feeling discomfort and pain. And so what happens is their pelvis turns towards the right, rib cage turns towards the left. Now, when this pelvis turns towards the right, the femur needs to internally rotate. Otherwise, they're just going to constantly keep on turning. That foot's going to start to roll out. The femur is going to start to turn out, and that's when they start to arch to the lower back. You will also see when that happens, people will drop their shoulder down in order to essentially stop themselves from turning and shifting themselves out. So just think that this rotation is bringing me outside of hip width apart, and the more I go, the more that foot rolls out. And so in order to counteract that, people will lift up their hip to essentially dump their foot in so they don't fall over. So that's one of the main reasons why that happens. So we got this dropped shoulder and we have this hip hike. There are a few other reasons. If you want to know more about those different types of compensations, go check out my Evolved Biomechanics Mentorship, only because there's a little bit more complexity to it and our assessments are going to be very important to understand. So for this video, we're going to be talking about this type of rotation where we have a pelvis turning towards the right and a hip hike happening because we are missing motion at the hip as well as at the shoulder. So one of my favorite exercises is to do this left side lying right leg reach. And the reason for it is that if we have this pelvis that doesn't have the ability to internally rotate and we have a pelvis turned towards that side, this exercise is meant to help internally rotate the pelvis as well as create more space between the rib cage and the hips. So if we think that the rib cage and the hips are coming closer together, this is meant to open up that space. But because I'm laying on this left side, I'm also going to allow myself to turn into this left hip. So I kind of get a bunch of the things that I need all in one go. So what I'm going to do is I put an ab mat or a towel underneath my ribs, because when I turn, I also want the pad to basically push my ribs back. So I'm not going to turn so much the front part of my ribs are on there, but I'm not going to be on the back part of the ribs or the side. I'm going to be slightly in front. And I'm only doing that by reaching my leg. So as you reach your leg, you'll feel your hips will turn slightly forward. So most people want to be back here. So I'm going to reach forward. So I'm going to turn this femur forward and then reach it out of the socket. I then also have this ramp underneath my left leg, so I'm really able to turn into the back of the hip. Otherwise, what happens with people is they just turn too much and you see my left ankle start to lift off. So that would indicate that this person doesn't have the space to turn into this left hip. But by doing this, I can now get that heel nice and relaxed on the ground, and I'm able to create that space in the back of my left hip. So in this position, right hand turned, reaching out of the socket. I'm going to take a big breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to reach the right leg as though someone's pulling my leg out of the socket. Then I breathe in, breathe out, reach that right leg. And as I start to reach, I really feel that right glute start to engage, really close to the joint versus the big muscle up top. Then I breathe in, breathe out, reach further, creating more and more space. Now, if I want to feel more space opening through here, I can also put my arm behind my head and reach up towards the ceiling. So I go, as I breathe in, breathe out as I reach my right leg. Right lateral pelvic tilt is one of the most common compensations I see with my clients. In this video, we talked about why that happens, some of the underlying mechanisms that drive that pattern, and then one of my favorite exercises that I use with clients in order to overcome it. A big caveat here is that just because you do this exercise doesn't mean it's going to address your compensation, because everybody is slightly different and they get to that lateral pelvic tilt in different ways. Because as I mentioned, there are 3 different ways that people can get a right lateral pelvic tilt. And then there are other ways to get a left lateral pelvic tilt, and this is covering one of those 3. So if you want to understand what those lateral pelvic tilts are, and then how to address them and why they happen, then check out my Evolved Biomechanics Mentorship. Check to see the next one is, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, save, subscribe. I'll see you next time.